Hello people, how you all doing? Well, I think the holiday fever's got to me, but wherever you are, whatever you're doing, hope you enjoy time with your family, friends, and try to make the most of this holiday time. It doesn't come every time. That's why it's the special holiday season. But let's get right to it. Now, today we're going to be talking about one of the most fundamental and basic means of human communication, art. Yes, ART. Now, seeing that this is 2019, almost 2020, and not 700,000 BC, we're going to be talking about digital art, specifically crypto art that has been inspired or has come as a result of the emergent cryptocurrency space that has come with so much force and vigor. Now, unlike traditional hand-painted art, digital art is digitally designed or drawn art that is digitally created. It could be made with illustrations, with or without Photoshop manipulation. Digital art is also hand illustrated in the sense that a tablet or sketchpad can be used to draw a digital piece from scratch without starting from a traditional brush pencil piece. Now, the value of this art comes from a sense of artificial scarcity created from marketing, yes, forces of demand and supply. Now, if the demand goes up, so does the value. The art piece is also leveraged in a way that not only can it go up in value, a digital asset that's attached to it can also go up in value in the future, and this falls in the realm of speculation, really. Now, for instance, you can attach a Bitcoin to this art piece, but let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. Art is the most potent form of creative human expression, enriching that deep human experience. And understanding art and sharing it indeed helps with forging community values. That's why the modern art movements have a vision that a human society will develop through the spread of democracy and the blurring of borders, and this narrative falls right in place with digital currencies, cryptocurrencies in general. Most of my wording today is inspired by an article from an awesome website called HackerNoon titled 3 Things to Keep in Mind When Navigating the Crypto Art Landscape. This is Ma Maverick, continuously bringing you real-world use cases of blockchain technology in their most raw form. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button for notifications if this kind of thing tickles your thirst for knowledge. Given that I'm not a pro artist myself, a portion of what I gathered was inspired by a writer on the HackerNoon website. Some of his writing plus many other references inspired today's production to explain a bit more clearly the impact of this new digital cryptocurrency movement. Crypto art falls under 3 main categories. The first type of art in the crypto space is technology-based. A good example here is someone named Kevin Abosh, who tokenized his blood in the project I Am a Coin, incorporating actual blockchain technology into his art. People literally could buy shares of him that are part of his physical being. Another is Coin Artist, who's using blockchain technology to create puzzles and games that have to be decrypted. So even though these two artist styles are radically different from each other, both Coin Artist and Abosh fall under the umbrella of art that is actually crypto-based and relies on the technology itself to work. Blockchain creates a sort of objective way to quantify not only the monetary value of art, but the aesthetics as well. Now, the second category of crypto art utilizes the blockchain solutions that exist separately from the nature of the artwork itself. For example, an artist in this group may register a physical painting of a vase of flowers on the blockchain art collective and then tokenize it via a counterparty Bitcoin token. A counterparty, sometimes known as a contraparty, is a legal entity, an incorporated entity, or a collection of entities to which an exposure to financial risk might exist. A third type of crypto art is where artists use traditional forms but make the subject matter referential to crypto and blockchain. There is some debate about this category and whether it truly falls under the umbrella of crypto art though. An example to clear things out is of Warhol. Andy Warhol was an American artist, director, and producer who was a leading figure in the visual art movement known as pop art. His work was very focused around fame, pop culture, money, and he literally painted dollar signs at one point.
My name is Andy Warhol, and I just finished eating a hamburger.
Of course, it was about money. That's what it brings to mind for the viewers. And when you see Bitcoin in art, it makes you think of cryptocurrency, decentralization, blockchain, and other concepts surrounding this space. We can consider the view that the content of an artwork and what it's speaking to is also a critical part of what it is when experienced as art. So a wide variety of artists out there are doing unique and groundbreaking work, and it doesn't take much to learn about them either. Here are a few artists to look to in the crypto space. There's Yves Sussman recently made a film about the famous Diego Velázquez painting Las Meninas, and is now tokenizing pixelated stills from the film with Snuck Art. There's Gael Gaspar from CryptoKitties that leverages the power of NFT or non-fungible tokens. There's John Watkinson, the artist behind CryptoPunks. Nanobuck's artwork speaks to the imagery of association with blockchain and crypto. Sites like Dada, founded by Beatriz Helena Ramos, aka Bea or Bia, allow the creation of a new digital art form in which artists around the world spontaneously achieve artistic unity together, in spite of language distance, nationality, or other artificial boundaries. The idea is to have a social media platform where people can communicate to themselves through art whilst being able to collect or buy it. Now, this platform apparently has the largest collection of rare digital art on the blockchain. Plantoids, the brainchild of Primavera de Filippi, he makes sculptures that grow when people donate Bitcoin to pay for the supplies and labor of building them. Decentraland and CryptoVoxels are intuitive virtual digital real estate platforms. Even memes like paper are being created. Well, the point is that the possibilities are indeed limitless. Digital art and crypto art is constantly being represented in new ways. So much of the innovation happening is collectively tied up in education, really. So looking back through different time periods, artists have always thought of new ways to visually represent things and concepts. Picasso, Van Gogh, Hilma af Klint, they all pushed boundaries of their times and affected the art environment as we know it today. So sometimes the medium changes, sometimes the concept is transformed. In other cases, artists adopt the subject matter to their work. The only constant is change, and no matter what comes out of that, the art world is benefiting from something new always. New ideas, new styles, new formats, they're all a part of each successive wave when you look back through the history books. The crypto space is experiencing this today, well, digitally. There are so many different phrases people use to speak about an era when new concepts and ideologies were introduced. Now we're moving along a line of contemporary art, post-internet art, and now crypto art. Cryptocurrency and blockchain technology offer artists an opportunity to own their vision, giving them the necessary tools to bring it to life. And today we're entering a new phase that fuses art with cryptocurrencies or digital assets. For instance, artists and collectors, it is critical to understand the current trends that drive the market, and it comes as no surprise therefore that artists have been utilizing cryptocurrencies to buy, sell, and create art. Let's give an example. Pascal Boyart is an artist based in Paris. He worked on a piece with the theme of a relation or the relation between art and money, and his interest in cryptocurrencies pushed him to their use in some of his recent artworks. He is notably the first mural painter to affix a Bitcoin QR code to his paintings for donations. Some of his and other works can be found on a platform called Open Bazaar. This is a marketplace like Amazon, but decentralized and uses cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. The art world is rapidly adopting cryptocurrencies, and the movement has been going from strength to strength. That's the amazing thing. And the sentiment of a crypto vision absolutely is contributing to this change because of its ability to provide, for the first time in human history, a way to objectively perceive the value of art. France on a whole hosted an art exhibition back in September 2018 in Paris titled The Bitcoin Art Revolution. The artwork is time-stamped and verified on the blockchain by a company called Verisat that's building evidentiary infrastructure for artworks and collectibles that is verifiable by anyone in the world. And that's some of the advantages that blockchain technology brings, because it brings with it a financial incentive, and therefore every company has to compete for customers on a global level playing field. So many countries are participating in their own digital art exhibitions as well, as this is a global phenomenon. So companies such as Verisat, Codex Protocol, Blockchain Art Collective are already working on real use cases, and many others creating exciting solutions for the art world today. However, Codex Protocol seems to be a bit more ambitious by using a business based on verifying assets in general. What's the point of all this, you may ask? Well, aside from the fact that it's a cool concept, The idea of putting value and maintaining its originality when it comes to authenticity is a probably impossible thing to do on the internet, and not to mention the illiquidity of the art market in general. The lack of demand and supply digitally makes it hard to place value on the art, and not to mention that there is no guarantee of finding a buyer. Other factors that digital files could be easily manipulated and copied without the loss of quality is also another major barrier or a lack of incentive for people to actually get into the digital space online. And now this is where blockchain comes in, and this explains the importance of blockchain technology. Blockchain not only enables seamless buying and selling of digital art, it also helps buyers and creators to track and prove the ownership of various artworks with tremendous ease, without censorship and without reliance on any undesired third parties. Blockchain increases the liquidity of art by increasing the speed, transparency, and sales of art globally, whilst democratizing the art sector so that all participants indeed play on a quote-unquote level playing field. This means that any individual with an internet connection and some free-to-download design software can create absolutely breathtaking art pieces that can be valued and authenticated to compete on a level global stage. So while blockchain is best known as digital, immutable, many are viewing the emerging technology as a source of inspiration for a new medium of artwork inspired by Bitcoin, systems of decentralization, and the emergent narrative of financial freedom on a global scale. That being said, we're aware that people often want to assign a hierarchy to art. This need to classify is clearly evident in the new and transitional styles like crypto and blockchain art. With so much innovation and unusual work out there, people are ready to nail down some sort of ranking. The thing is, not all art is intended for the same purpose. That makes it hard to compare work side by side and then hold up a winner. If two artists are trying to evoke different emotions or serve particular purposes, then it's impossible to compare the pieces to each other. Instead, we should be asking if a piece fulfills the intentions of the artist. If that is done successfully and objectively, then the artist has accomplished something indeed. So while digital and crypto art may seem different from what the art world is used to, it's actually following in a long tradition of new and initially disconcerting art. This is a new wave of art and artists. And that's why it's exciting that we have the resources and ability to get informed and educated about it now while it's happening, and to shape what it looks like when we read about crypto art in the timeline of art history in the years to come. Thanks for watching.